Happy Saturday morning, guys. Still kind of cold and gray today outside, but we can still ride indoors. So if you're just joining me, go ahead and hop on your bike and just turn your attention way down to where you're maybe feeling a tiny bit of pressure on your pedals, but not much. Just get those legs moving here for that first minute. Get our bodies warmed up. So does it even feel like a weekend? Or does it feel like a blur? Now, in case you're needing confirmation, today is Saturday, April 4th. Again, just that nice, easy pedaling right now. Going over the hand positions. Most common positions for most of this class will be either the uprights, which sometimes they call it position 2, but I just call it like I see it, uprights. And since our spin bikes do have drops, you can use the drops as well, as long as you're not rounding your back to get there. All right. Let's add a little resistance in. You turn your knob to the right. And let's just go ahead and sit up tall in the saddle. Feel those sit bones. Feel where they are. Shrug those shoulders. Relax them down. Inhale and exhale. Let's do that one more time. Just inhale and exhale. Slowly roll the shoulders back. Nice and easy. Roll them forward. For as much as our legs move during these spin classes, our arms don't do a whole lot, so it's good to loosen those up as well. Hands behind your back, open your chest, elevate your collarbones, sit up nice and tall. And then just release that. Should be about 80 RPM right now. So we're going to warm up with some single leg drills this morning just for a little change of pace with a really light resistance. So starting with our right leg doing the work, your left leg is dead weight. Just scrape mud with your right foot. Just imagine you're dragging your foot across that pedal. Drag it back, pull it back, use those hamstrings, wake them up. If you have some music that you like to have in the background, a playlist that you like, crank it up. All right, think about pulling up now. Still the right leg, all the right leg. So you're really feeling it. And then push it across the top. And then even it out. Let that right leg relax. So you should feel that more than we typically do when we do it with both legs pulling equally. All right, left leg's turn. So now the right leg is dead weight. Start scraping mud with your left leg. Engaging your hamstring, pull your heel back. Keep those shoulders relaxed. And then start pulling up. So you'll be engaging those hip flexors. You're still feeling a little pull on the hamstrings as well, but it starts waking up the front of the hip. And then kick it across the top. Still, it's all the left leg. Right leg's not helping. You feel that? So the left leg should be tiring more than it normally would with this drill set. If it isn't, that means your right leg's probably helping more than you want it to. All right, equalize it now. Both legs together. And just apply that force all the way around the pedal stroke. Just imagine your pedal stroke like the face of a clock. All the way around. All right, let's add some resistance. So we're going to go through a full spin workout, about 45 minutes. And then we're going to transition into a kind of a glute and hip core workout today on the ground while standing and sitting and lying down both. So you'll have a chance to grab a mat real quick. Hopefully it's within reach when we get off the bike. All right, let's just come out of the saddle briefly and stretch those legs. And set it back down. All right. So let's find that flat road, whatever feels like a flat road. So there's moderate pedal pressure, but you can sustain this quite a while. You can sustain 90 RPM or your, and or whatever your baseline is. Maintaining a good solid pedal cadence. So we have another minute here. And we're just going to go through some intervals today. First set, we're going to go hard for 30 seconds and then back it off for 30 seconds. That's all we're going to do. And that's just going to be cadence this first time through. We'll do that 4 times. So again, make sure you're on that flat road. .90 RPM. So hard is going to be defined as going 10 to 20 RPM above baseline. Moderate is coming back to baseline. And go. So 30 seconds, 10 to 20 RPM above baseline. Go, go, go. Ten more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Take it back down to 90. I'll do that 3 more times. So make that transition, speeding up and slowing down as smooth as possible. And go again in 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, 10 to 20 RPM above baseline. So that's 100 to 110 if you're at 90, normally at 90. Go, go, go. Ten more seconds, keep it up. And take it back to 90. So don't go below 90 because it's still supposed to be moderate. You're going to get an easy minute here after the 4th one. And 3, 2, 1, and speed it up. Go, go, go. Feel how that core has to engage. Give those hips something to pull against. Stay with with it. Stay up there. Come on. 3, 2, 1. Slow it down. Back down to your baseline. We've got one more. Alrighty. In 3, 2, 1. Speed it up. Keep those shoulders relaxed. Ten more seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Back to your baseline for 30 seconds. Still at moderate intensity, about a 6 on a scale of 1 to 10. And then we're going to take it easy for a minute. Should be breaking a sweat by now. Unless you have your bike out in your driveway in the upper 30-degree weather. Alright, so take it a quarter turn, easier than your flat road. We're going to really recover between these. The next set is we're going to go 1 minute out of the saddle on a climb, half turn harder, and then we're going to do 30 seconds sitting down a quarter turn harder than baseline. So you're on an incline the whole time on this next set. And we're going to repeat that 4 times as well. So recover sufficiently, grab some water, be ready to work when you need to work. Got about 20 more seconds, so go ahead and find that flat road again just to get that baseline reestablished. And 3, 2, 1. Half turn harder out of the saddle for 1 minute. So slight forward body lean, your hips are still back over your pedals, over your crank, which is that thing that connects your pedals in the middle. Your legs are pumping like pistons. Try to hold at least 70 RPM. So knees are coming up and pushing down. Up and down action here. Relax those shoulders, light touch on the handlebars. 30 more seconds here. Keep it up. 10 more seconds, and we're going to continue to climb, just less steep of a hill. 3, 2, 1. Quarter turn easier. Have a seat. This is not your flat road. Try to hold at least 80 RPM. So we're going to go through this 4 times without any recovery, and then we'll do another minute at the end. So this is basically one big long hill, about a 6-minute hill. Three, 2, 1. Quarter turn harder again. Out of the saddle for a minute. Keep breathing. Look ahead as if you're looking down the road. Think about exhaling, about your exhalation. Add some force to that. Clear that CO2, that carbon dioxide. You can make all the noise you want to right now because you're at home. Unless your family's going to look in and wonder what in the heck you're doing, but no, just exaggerating it a little bit. All right, 20 more seconds. Good job, keep it up. Sitting down in 3, 2, 1, quarter turn easier. Got 2 down, 2 to go. Actually, after we finish this 30 seconds, we'll have 2 down. Getting ahead of myself here. All right, it's almost go time again. 3, 2, 1, quarter turn harder, back up. All right, hope we're feeling good, feeling strong. Keep going. Giving that fight or flight system something to do. 30 more seconds up. Keep that core gently engaged. Doesn't mean you have to suck your gut in or anything, but just kind of keep it supporting. All right, we're going to sit back down in 3, 2, 1. Quarter turn easier. Hang in there. You guys are doing great. I know you guys are. I know you guys work hard. I can see, can't see who's here, but I can see a lot of little lines indicating we've got a little Peloton going this morning, a little pack riding together. All right, quarter turn harder. Starting the last one here of this set. Keep it up. Keep those shoulders relaxed. Light grip on the handlebars. Fifteen more seconds. 3, 2, 1, quarter turn easier. 30 seconds in the seat, then we get to recover again. I know some of you are wearing heart rate monitors. Take a look at those, see what you're getting. All right, half turn easier. It should be easier than your flat road. 1 minute recovery. All right, so we've got one more set here. It's going to be 45 seconds out of the saddle sprinting, and then 15 seconds easy. So you will still own that knob. So that first one, go ahead and just try it maybe a quarter turn harder than your flat road. We're going to do it 3 times. And then you back it up on the easy part. So it's using that knob a lot more here on this next set. Let's find that flat road, get that starting point. Three, 2, 1. Quarter turn harder, out of the saddle, go fast. You can sustain this as long as you can. We're going for 45. If you can't make it 45, give it your best shot. Legs are like pistons. Go, go, go. 15 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Half turn easier, 15 seconds easy. All right. Gonna take it back up in 3, 2, 1. Either half turn harder or 3/4. And again, try to keep that cadence fast. This should take you up to about a 9 on your intensity, 8 or 9. Go, go, go. Reach those hips back a little bit. 15 more seconds. Come on, you got this. 3, 2, 1. Quarter turn easier than baseline, whatever that is for you. Let your legs go slow. Got one more. Then you get a 2-minute rest. Then we do it all over again. All right. 3, 2, 1. Quarter turn or half turn harder than your baseline, your flat road. Go, go, go. Get a nice break after this, so work it, work it. Stay strong. More seconds. Come on. You got this. We're strong folks here. Come on. 3, 2, 1. All right. Quarter turn easier than your flat road. All right. This should leave you pretty winded. That was a pretty intense set. Which is why we're taking longer to recover before we do it again. So the second time through, I'll have basically the same structure, just a little different setup in terms of when we're sitting and standing. It's a good time to grab a drink, get hydrated. Maybe roll the shoulders a little bit. Loosen up that upper body. All right. All right, so we have another minute recovery. The next time through, we're going to go back to that 30 seconds hard, 30 seconds moderate, except it's all going to be out of the saddle, unless you need to sit down. So we're going to go from a steep hill to a less steep hill, but stay up the whole time. So it's going to be basically 4 minutes out of the saddle. Just to give you an idea of what's lying down the road, what you can see down the road. It's kind of like you're riding along this flat stretch of road, but you see those hills coming up in the distance, and they're coming up fast. So let's find that flat road now, just to get that starting point. Dial in that 90 RPM, because once we add that resistance, we'll be dropping our RPMs down. Three, 2, 1. 3/4 of a turn harder. Steeper hill. Try to stay at least above 60 RPM if you can. Again, your legs are like pistons. They pull up, pump down, up and down, up and down. Three, 2, 1. Quarter turn easier, stay up. If you want to bring your hands into those little bull horns, you can. Sometimes that's called position 1. Feel how your core engages more. Three, 2, 1. Quarter turn harder again. Hang in there. One of the downfalls of not being able to get a haircut right now. My hair keeps falling into my face. I'm going to figure out another way to get it out of my face. All right, quarter turn easier. Bring those hands back in. You're still relaxed, even if you're hanging on to the position 1 or the inner handles here. 3, 2, 1. Quarter turn harder, make it steeper again. So the heel's just kind of going, heel profile. Keep it up, you got this. Three, 2, 1. Easier again. We're still up. Again, this is your workout. Do what's best for your body. Just make sure you're challenging yourself. All right. 3, 2, 1. Heading into the last minute now. Come on. Then we get a rest. Now you're knowing why we really rest on the rest parts. Relax those shoulders. Hips toward the nose of the saddle. 3, 2, 1. Quarter turn easier. Last 30 seconds. Come on, you got this. You guys are doing great. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Quarter turn easier than your flat road. Easy pedal here. Nice work. That was a tough hill. You guys did great. Drink up. Get your fluids. Yeah, nice and easy here. So the next set, we're going to be in the saddle again for a minute. Quarter turn harder and a little increase in cadence of both. And then just basically back off the cadence. That's the variable this time. So you're going to be about a quarter turn steeper than your flat road. A little harder than your flat road. 3, 2, 1. Quarter turn harder. Try to hold 100 RPM, 95 to 100 RPM. Don't go crazy with it. You'll just burn your legs out. Because I gotta stay here for a minute. This should feel hard to sustain. If it's not, add some resistance. If it's hard to it's not that hard to hold 100 RPM. You need more resistance. And think about pedaling in circles, applying that force all the way around the pedal stroke. Very important right now. All right, so just take your tempo back to 90. Try to hold 90, even though you got a little hill. So the moderate should feel about like a 7 on a scale of 1 to 10. The hard should feel at least like an 8. And 10 is ready to die, and 1's sitting on the couch. Three, 2, 1, and make it faster. Back up to 100. Imagine you have a towel between your pedals, and as your feet go around, you got to keep that towel pulled nice and tight. Check in with those shoulders every once in a while, make sure they're staying relaxed. Doing a good job, hold that speed. Just slow down here in about 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right. Take it back down, but still try to hold 90. And that's a skill too, is just getting a feel. Try to stay steady with your cadence, not having it bouncing up and down within each set. Try to really dial it in. Start to notice what that feels like, not just by looking at your monitor, but what you're feeling. All right, speed it up again, up to about 100. It'd be cool to get so tuned into your body that even if you couldn't see your cadence, you pretty well know what it is. That's a skill, and you can learn that over time. 30 more seconds here. All right. Almost through this part. In 3, 2, 1. Slow it down. Scrape some mud for a few pedal strokes. And then just engage it right back in with the whole leg. 3, 2, 1. Speed it up one more time. Again, whatever you end up with at right around 100, try to stay steady. It's more efficient to be steady than to be going all over the place. Speeding up and then overcorrecting and then coming back down. And steady energy output. Twenty more seconds. Three, 2, 1. Take it down to 90. It's our last 30 seconds in this set. And you're going to get another minute recovery. So as you've probably figured out, we're definitely riding longer on Saturdays right now than we normally would. But still making sure, we'll still make sure we get some good core and glute work in afterwards. All right. Half turn easier, which should be a quarter turn below your flat road. Let the legs slow down, sit up, grab a drink. Also never hurts to have a towel handy to towel off. Or if you're at home and you can park a fan in front of your bike, go for it. All right, so this last time through, we are really going to grind in the saddle for 45 seconds, and then we're just going to take the resistance off. So we're really going to be moving that knob again. So let's go ahead and find that flat road. And then take it, try to go 3/4 of a turn harder if you can. If it hurts your knees, back it off. 3/4 of a turn harder, just really slogging here. Like it's hard to even get to 60 RPM. This is leg strength now. Quads. You're going to feel the quads the most, but make a conscious effort to pull as well. Keep those shoulders relaxed. Notice how this feels when we can't put our body weight into our pedal stroke. You really have to use those leg muscles. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Quarter turn below your flat road. Just let your legs spin easy. It's only 15 seconds, so and turn it right back to where you were. So I was going 3/4 of a turn harder than my flat road. So when I do the easy part, I'm doing a full turn easier. Don't be afraid to see what happens if you load it up a little more. You're on one of those hills and you gets to where you can barely keep the pedals turning. Scoot your hips back, engage your glutes a little more here. Five seconds. And I'm going a full turn easier because that's a quarter turn below my flat road. Let my legs pedal themselves. Got one left. One left. So see what you got left in the tank here. And take it down. Make it hard. Make it as hard as you can handle it. This is our last work set on the bike. Come on, you got this. Almost there. Come on, you got this. Keep moving forward, don't tip over. That's what happens on a real bike outside. You get going too slow, you just go. Gotta have that forward momentum to stay upright. 3, 2, 1. Quarter turn easier than your flat road. All right, we're gonna spin those legs out. Nice job. So, a couple more minutes of just easy spinning. Gotta let our heart rate get down. We'll still do some of our stretches on the bike. Then we'll move down to the floor, do our hips and glutes and core. And then we'll finish with some stretches on the ground. So pretty light resistance, let your legs start slowing down. It's important to keep those legs moving while our heart rates are still elevated. Helps pump that blood back to our heart. All right. So for a few pedal strokes, think about pushing on the outside edge of your foot. And it should feel like it's engaging the outer part of your hamstring a little bit, and it starts waking up some of the glutes. It's a real subtle thing. And then just let your feet relax to normal. And then think about if you had like a ball between your knees and you were trying to rock that ball and not let it fall out. I've played with this with a real ball. It's not pretty. But if you ever have like a playground ball at home and you just want to try pedaling and keeping that between your knees, just be prepared to get off the bike repeatedly and chase it. But it's kind of an interesting little awareness thing again with the muscles that you're using on your inner thighs, because those muscles come into play too. I didn't really realize how much they did till I did this Bike to Nowhere. It was a fundraiser for some kind of muscular dystrophy rehab group, and you had to get as many miles on the bike as you could in 30 minutes. So we just took the resistance all the way down and we were probably going 120, 130 RPM for 30 minutes. And even before I got off, I could feel my inner thighs really getting tired and starting to kind of cramp. It was like I'd ridden a horse bareback. It was crazy. All right, let's slow those legs down. Let's go and bring the hands behind the back. Open the chest. Yeah, I don't know if they do that anymore. I kind of lost track of that over time, but yeah, bring it in. And it might be something to look at with this situation we're in now, whether we could use our bikes or our fitness classes as a way to raise funds for some kind of relief for this current situation. I really don't know what the needs are per se, that would pertain to what we could do, but I am open to any ideas anybody might have. We all like to feel like we can help and pitch in, and I think the bottom line is a lot of people in our country and in our society really do care and really want to help. And that's really a positive thing that I've seen coming out of this, is how much everybody wants to step up and help their neighbor and their fellow American. All right, let's come out of the saddle and we'll just do a few slow, easy turns. And then we'll have one foot in front, one in back. So if it's the face of a clock, it'd be 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock. Let your heels sink down, let your hips come forward. Switch your legs. Let's go around a couple more times. And then we'll dismount. If you need to grab a mat real quickly, do so. If you're wearing cleated cycling shoes, I would recommend taking them off, because we are going to be doing a little bit of a balance challenge here. And these definitely will not be helpful with that. So, all right. 1, 2. Move that. Okay. Make sure you guys can all still see what's going on. All right. So each side of our body, we're going to do each leg. There's basically part 1 and part 2. So part 1's easier. We'll do 12 reps of that. Part 2 is harder. Try it if you can. If you need to just stay with part 1, go ahead and do so. So we're going to start with a slow motion knee lift. It's just like this, up and down for 12 times. And then we're going to take it down to the ground. That's the hard part. So again, start with the easy 8 or the easy 12, and then go harder if you need, if you can. If you can't, just stay with what we started with. So here we go. So I'm doing the leg that's closest to the bike. You got the bike right there if you need it. And again, it's slow, up and back. 2, and that's what makes it tricky. This would be easier if we did it fast. 3 and 4 and 5. Keep a little bend in this leg. 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10, 11 and 12, and then reach down and come up. Reach down and come up. Say yay for the bike. Reach down and come up. Reach down. So that's support leg. That's the one that's holding us up. 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. All right, nice work. I'm gonna march your knees a little bit. Let's see. I'll move that way just a little more. We're gonna get the other side. Yeah, the bike's hogging the camera. All right. Okay, so the other leg now. So it's gonna be this leg. I'm standing on this one. You can still have the same hand toward the bike. So we're gonna lift it up and reach back. Lift it up. Reach back, up, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nothing like doing this on tired legs, right? 4 more now. 4 and 3. And 2. Here comes the decision time. And see if you can come down and up. And 2. And up. Yeah, this is my halfway numb foot. So 3. And 4. 5. 6. 7. 1 more, and 8. All right, so that should have, you feel how much those hips come into play when we're just using that leg for support. All right, the next one, we're gonna curtsy times 12 and do a curtsy kick. So I will have to kind of shift around here. So I'm gonna start with the leg closest to the bike, cross back. I'll do that 12 times. 1, oh, what's gonna be 2, I just realized how bad a decision that was. 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. I'm backing away from the bike. 7 and 8. 4 more. And 3 and 2 and 1. Now you can add a kick. So curtsy, kick, 2. 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. All right. I'm gonna shake it out, and then we'll take the leg that's the other leg here. Now I'm farther away from the bike, so I have plenty of room to kick. And let's go. Here we go. It's 1, 2, 3, you shift those hips back. 4, keep the collarbones lifted. 5, 6, 7, 8, 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now we'll add the kick 8 times. That's 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, so we're going down to the ground now. So I'm going to pull this bike all the way off camera. And get my mat more here where you can see it, hopefully. We're going to do hip lifts and then single leg hip lifts. So I can angle that. There we go. All right. So start with your feet hip width apart and just have your hands beside your hips. We're going to lift our hips up and down 12 times. And then we're going to do a single leg hip lift and then a single leg raise. So here we go. Let's press it up and lower down, barely touch. 2. So really engage those glutes. 3. Engage your core to protect your back. 4. And 5. Down. 6. That's 7. 8. 4. The main pushes through the heels. 3. 2, and 1. So now, right leg will be up. We're going to lift that left leg 8 times. So it's 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold the hips up, lower and lift that leg. It's down and up. 2, try to keep your hips as even as possible. This one's going to drop some. 4, 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. All right, bring it down, hug the knees, and we'll go directly into that left side. Left leg up, engage that core, lift and lower. Here we go. It's up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello, hamstrings and glutes. 8, hold it up, lower and lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 more now, 8. All right, hug those knees, release your back. Your back is going to engage with this. It's just stay connected to the kinetic chain. You can't really just work one part and totally turn off the part right next to it. All right, we're going to finish out with some clamshells. And main thing with these is not rocking that top hip. So I'm going to put my hand here just so I know if it's rocking or not. We'll do 12 like this, so go ahead and join me. 2, 3, 4, 5, so this is motionless. 6, 7, 8, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to do 8 with a straight leg. That's a longer lever. That makes your leg feel heavier. Down and up. Push your bottom leg into the floor. 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right. Switch sides. So just roll over, switch orientation, and again, top hip stays motionless, toes touching, and we'll just squeeze those hips apart. 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, and 2, and 1. Straight leg. Take it down and up. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right. Put your hand in front of your chest. Come on up. We're going to finish up with 1 minute plank and then stretch out. So, again, you can be on your hands or forearms, knees or toes. If you have a raised up surface, even your bike next to you, you can use that as well. So, we're going to go and let's go ahead and start. So, belly up, butt down. If you're on your toes and you can feel like you're trying to press into your toes, feel what that does. Feel how that travels up your body. Also your shoulders, shoulder blades anchor into your upper back rib cage. Your head is neutral. So right now I would actually be looking at the end of my mat if I wasn't looking up at the camera. Don't forget to breathe. Don't let your shoulders collapse or round excessively. Your shoulders are, it's kind of like a mini plank going across your shoulders as well. Just think of that as another place to stay strong and solid. Almost there. All right, nice work. Pull those hips back. We are done. Nice job. Stretch it out. Let's go ahead and step one leg forward. Kneeling lunge. Walk your hands up to your thigh. Then as we stretch overhead, that gets our hip. Let's bring the hands behind the back as we do this. And release, switch sides. Again, sometimes that bike can be a little extra support. Start by lifting up. And bring the hands behind the back. Open the chest. And release it down. Tuck your toes under. We're going to walk our feet and hands together. And finish with our usual standing stretches. Let's grab a quad stretch here, grab our foot. So with a quad stretch, you're actually, ideally you can push your foot into your hand and your hand into your foot. That is really a key piece of this. If you can get that interaction, that really helps target the quad and the hip flexor. Cross-legged stretch. You should really feel this now because we just worked those hips more than usual. And press up. Let's switch sides. Cross-legged stretch. And use that support of that bike. Get those hips really reaching down and back. Hopefully your breathing is slowed down. You're taking deeper breaths now. All right, let's finish with a quick hamstring stretch, either on the seat or on the frame. And switch. One last stretch, hang on to the bike, pull your hips back, stretch your shoulders, release the bike as you bend the knees. Let's take a big breath in, reach up tall, exhale it out one more time, big breath in, lift it up, Exhale it out and relax. Have a great rest of your weekend. Stay safe. And we will see you on Monday at 4:30 with more spinning.